know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white.
Oh my God.
Orval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no.
What part of it do y'all not get? They don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like you. They will use you. Yes, they will use you as a tool, but they don't like you. The Hodge twins finally get their Negro wake-up call. Oh my God.
So long ago that a guy by the name of Eric Orval went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group RTTL.
Oh, I seen this. I
They're
seen
going
this.
viral for building
That is
all white
insane
communities
work.
in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ.
This guy looks like one of those like reptilians that people say run the world. Oh my God.
He was asked a particular question.
Why is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His
I heard
response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
Okay. All right.
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other.
I agree.
This is his defense for starting.
Kinda. Because you can be lying, but also be telling the truth. But you can't be a good person, but also be a bad person. Actually, yes, you can. So yeah, I agree. No, I disagree. I disagree.
An all-white town. He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And what he's saying is, as much as I may like you, or I may think highly of you,
He just looks like a lizard.
You are not this because you are something else.
Right, which is fair.
This is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing, and then the two things cannot mix.
So the problem, I don't think the problem comes where like separating, saying, I want to be this, and since I'm this, you're not that. I think the problem comes when you start to put yourself above that, like with white supremacy, where you put yourself, because you're this, you can't be this, which is better than that type. That's when it gets weird. But I don't think just separating necessarily, oh, Shake Duke, terrible placement. I don't think just separating is bad within itself, personally.
You know.
But this hasn't stopped certain people from grifting. And one of the guys that grift a lot
are
the Hodge twins. Now, the Hodge twins started off.
You can tell they wasn't raised with the soul. Just look at them. They look like, that's the faces of two niggas that had white mamas.
On YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire, and they built a really, really, really big fan base. Well, their low budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice
they
a
fell
change
off on the gym too.
in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge twins, because I was really thinking about this the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
Okay.
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge twins, and he realized something.
Like them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's just, it's always going to be there.
Right.
So he understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks.
Oh, so yeah, for all of you who don't know, the conservative grifter content, if you get on YouTube and start saying black women are this, the black community, black fatigue, you can easily start averaging 10 to $20 per 1,000 views, and it's easy to average at least like 10K views off topics like that, so people can make like 200 to upwards of 1,000 easily a day just off saying they don't like black people and they like good old daddy America. So that's what he's saying by the grifters.
If you can go to their Twitter space, they do it all day long. Look at this one, July.
The kids get in on it too. You think the blacks say everybody just wait for the net? Oh my God, you're black. You can't say the blacks like you're not. Oh my God.
Too. If you think blacks they are bad, just wait
See the
for
views?
the next generation. This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans dash genders are always the worst. He also says this: black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager
Why not just say guy?
So basically what happens is that the Hodge twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money.
And you know what the thing is too with a lot of these communities, it's not a real representation of the black people, because it's like, okay, if you go on social media and you only focus on how Mr. Beast ruined the algorithm, then you'll never ever see the videos of Mr. Beast like giving people water in Africa and shit. So these type of content creators, they only focus on that specific demographic of black people, which isn't a full representation of all of us. So it's easy for you to always find what's wrong if you're always looking for what's wrong. So like, it was just weird how he just said black guy. You could have just said like guy. Like you're looking for somebody to do something wrong and for them to be black.
Their comedic duo started going down. You got to understand something, that their mother was
that's the sister, that's the two older brother and mother. Where's the pop?
Black.
Where's the pop?
So
what? So their dad was white? These look like two dudes with white mamas. What the hell?
They love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of
How do you come from a black woman and then have the nerve to say black woman or this and that, and you come from one? Or to put another, like a white woman above a black woman, and you come from a black woman, which is the oldest being on the planet. Our DNA is hundreds of thousands of years old, and y'all have the nerve. That's so weird.
Anti-black leaning space alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. And it's like gotten a lot of people upset.
The Hodge twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. Okay. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man. Not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character, before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because that the Hodge twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience.
And you know what's so sad about this too? They'll have a giant audience like this, and low-key, they can have the potential to like combat the racist grifters. Like for the side of the people that are grifting, these type of people have a platform big enough where they could for sure sustain themselves by debating and being on the opposite side of the grifting. But they still consciously make a decision to like pander to the white audience. It makes no sense to me. Because for every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. There has to be another audience that feels the opposite of what these conservatives feel. You can easily go to the other side, but you choose to be on the side that hates people that look like you, just because you got a little bit of lighter skin or because you grew up with a little bit more money. It's crazy. Crazy, man.
Now, one of the things that the Hodge twins will do is they will react to videos. It just so happened that they're reacting to the Eric Arvall video. And
don't tell me they asked to be a part of it.
New all-white town documentary, and they said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, it's
like that sounds so fake.
It's going to be a much different country.
That sounds so fake, bro.
That's just a fact. If you look at if you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different.
Right.
So I understand the fear.
Do y'all think we even like select, like maybe our mayors and all that other shit and vice presidents and shit, but like, do y'all think we actually select the president? Because like what somebody once said, like nobody really knew too much of Obama before he was running for the election. So you're telling me a black guy that we don't even know like that was able to win the election, a black guy in America that nobody really heard of really up until the election? That doesn't even make sense. Why would America trust somebody that's not that well known, yet alone black, to run the whole country? I don't even feel like we even pick the president. I think that's just like this conservative and this back and forth. I don't think it's just more of stuff for us to go back and forth. Like more stuff for us to fill our brains with and things to do on planet Earth. It's not like real. Like how they say it's the Matrix and this illusion. I genuinely kind of feel like that. Because how in the hell do we select the president? Really?
White people want to live in a country that's majority
And shut up, because he said the country would be so much more different electing presidents and shit. White people are the majority race in America. So how in the hell, if white people, whatever white people are leaning towards, normally that's what we're gonna get. Not even normally, that's what it's gonna be. So he made it seem like shut up. White is already majority. So how would it be different?
I understand that feel wholeheartedly because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non-white because
It's
it
not,
would systematically change our country.
Now, they said something that was interesting there to me. They don't want to live in America when it's not the majority of white people, even though they themselves are not white. So they're saying if the white people leave America, they're going to leave America too. What? But they're not the only guys that talk like this.
America is a nation, not just from an economic standpoint, but we also have an identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. Okay. As someone who's a first generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and scam. And the reality is, if we want America to stay America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
Now that's my...
They're so stupid. It's like you're saying, hey, America, we should keep it pure and clean and white, and we should kick people that look like me out. It's all fun and games, and it's cool to say that until guess what? When they're telling everybody to get out, and you're one of the people they say to get out too. That's how it is. They like you only to a certain amount. And like you realize not all white people, and not to make this a race war, but I've noticed like a lot of white people, sometimes the same like people like this that talk like this towards those white people grifting, they value their own dog more than they value you. If they had to choose between saving their dog's life and saving your black ass, they would choose the dog. So these people are just
a fresh and fit.
And it's like, how do you not see it? You don't like be around, like, how do you sit next to a person that doesn't look like you and hear them talk about people that look like you and then sit around and agree and just like, facts, I know, right? How do you do that?
Saying the same thing. He wants an all-white America, even though he's from Sudan originally. We need to keep America white, although he is not white. But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a anon account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a stand you piece of shit. I hope you wake up and have the replay of this. And I hope I come on a space like a see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're...
That is literally the whole point of their shit, is to say more white. And because you're not white, because you're something else, either you're more inclined to do some dumb shit, some fuck shit, or you already dead. Where they're already counting you out before you even can get in the game. They already counted you out. That's the whole point. It's like you just complained and said that's the problem. You understand that the same system that you're trying to uphold is the reason, is like the thing for your suffering. The reason why a white person can go somewhere publicly, especially a loved and renowned on white person like a Hulk Hogan, can go and say crazy things to Neon, is because of white supremacy. They can say racist things and everybody will be all right with it. Because white supremacy puts anything that isn't white below it.
And it's like, okay, Reed, you want to go ahead and have this fight by yourself where no one's going to take you seriously because...
I'm so sick and tired of Africans feeling like they're better than African Americans. Because like if y'all had to go through what we dealt with, y'all would be the same, if not worse. Same for white people. If any of y'all went through what we went through, y'all would be worse off. If not the same. I think y'all would be worse off because we're the strongest to ever exist. Not Africans, not white, African Americans. We are the strongest there is because nobody's ever went through what we went through for as long as what we went through. Even the Jews, bro. The Jews weren't getting raped in front of everybody. They weren't getting their babies' head stepped on, fed to crocodiles. They weren't getting slave work to us for as long as we were. They weren't indoctrinated with religions, vernacular, none of that. So even y'all can't. Nobody's going band for band for what we went through.
They're gonna just think you're a kid member. That's the problem.
So this is Myron basically going off on the guy for calling him all of that. But guess what?
And you know what's also funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say that. Then you get heads like this guy that come in and try to on one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color.
Exactly. Because
idiots like
you're
you
black.
make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending these. You're
Thank you. It's like he gets it, but he like chooses not. Either he gets it and he doesn't believe this and he's just grifting for money, or it's like he's just, I don't know, bro.
lucky that I really respect freedom of speech and I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'll fight for your ability to say the stupid ass that you say, you stupid.
He's still telling the guy, look, I support you, even though you're disrespecting me, because I believe in free speech. I'm the one trying to help you guys stay white. Here you are being mean to me, which is crazy because those guys don't even care anything about you, but you're doing that. But this is where the Hodge twins get their Negro wake-up call. So the Hodge twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey, Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white.
Oh my God.
Arval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no.
My God, go home, go home. Look at you.
It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians.
They don't like you. What part of it do y'all not get? They don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like you. They will use you. Yes, they will use you as a tool, but they don't like you. They don't like you. Even they even had slaves in houses that took care of the children, but they still didn't trust them. They still didn't like them. What part of that do you not
all
get?
day, but the people that you want to appeal to might be closely feeling like Arval, because the majority of the Hodge twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Byron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there, because it's good that you guys are nice and God bless you. And we love the fact that you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here. And it's so crazy is these guys know this. Myron knows it. Hodge twins knows it. The Hodge twins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it, but anything to be closer to White Zaddy. If you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to help you while you don't want to be around me. That's stupid, but that's how sick that some blacks are. You would rather help somebody who dislikes you, doesn't want to be anywhere around you, and fight other people to help them basically get ahead. You sound stupid. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi D Jackson.
Dude, I'm so grateful. I'm so lit. This is a good day. This is a W. I am so grateful that not only that this is a perfect mirroring moment, but it's a perfect moment to realize that, like, hey, they don't like you. I want all of you grifters out there, all of you people who disagree with my takes, all the people who look at these videos and go, that's all right. It was because of some other reason. They don't like you. They don't like me. They don't like you. They don't. I'm not saying this is all white people. I'm not saying all black people set up, but the ones are the ones you know who we're talking about. They don't like you. They never did. And the moment you realize that, you can get on with your life, and maybe you can actually put the same energy, that same venom and all that towards the people who created the system for you to be on the bottom. But anyways, with that, man, I'm Virgo. Go check out my main channel. This is my second channel. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Love. We out.